Welcome back, YouTube folks, to part 3 of my playthrough of Watch Dogs. We are just about to go and actually do another story mission, having fucked around adequately to my satisfaction for the time being. Looks like we gotta go... Let's zoom out a little bit here. So that's like, I guess, the sort of central area of Chicago that we gotta go into. We're gonna want a car. Now, I don't want to carjack anyone, and there's nothing parked around here, so now I'm going to use the, if I can remember how, there we go. Now we're going to use our Cars on Demand to get a car. What do we have available? That's the question. Let's take the 571, because who doesn't like 80s muscle cars?
Balance, fluids check, the works. You're welcome.
It's right fucking there. That's one of the things I really like about this game. When you request a car, it just like appears. Sometimes, in this case, you know, just behind. You can never see. You never see it appear, but it certainly does. Anyway, let's go and continue the campaign storyline mission. We gotta observe, you know. I don't really want to stop at this traffic light once again, so I'm just gonna... Alrighty, so we gotta go about 1 kilometer. No problem. I always kind of wonder, a lot of these games... It sort of becomes standard for games to measure distance in metric units, not imperial units. Which is curious to me, considering how many of these games are developed in America. I mean, Ubisoft is, I guess, primarily a European studio, so that makes sense. It also makes sense because, like, no offense to Americans, but, like, seriously, imperial measurement is fucking retarded. Like, I can't, like, I mean, I was born in the U.S., and I still actually feel a lot of love for a lot of things. There's a lot of stuff that I don't like about the United States. But there's a lot of stuff that I do like, and I consider myself actually patriotic to the nation of my birth, because the reason that I hate the things about America that I hate is that I actually, you know, care about the country. But the imperial system is, like, it's so dumb. Like, that's this other story, though. Like, it's so fucking stupid, I can't even believe it. And, you know, it was what I grew up with and what I learned when I was, you know, a super young lad. But it's...
If CTOS doubles their guards,
Imperial system's fucked, like Incrediho says. It's fucked.
what can I do for you?
Well, you could sell me... You could sell me the 416 assault rifle, because I legally have to buy it. Legally have to buy it? No, I'm required to buy it because, you know...
Over the past few weeks, CTOS centers throughout Chicago have increased security.
The game requires me to buy it.
From activist hacker group DedSec.
Wow, I lost 4 viewers. I had 8 people in here, and then it was either talking about how I don't completely hate America because of my heritage, or it was because I said the imperial system's fucking retarded. One of those two things cost me half my viewers. I'm not so sure pennies. I think that's okay. What is really dumb about the US is sales tax not being included in the listed price of items. I remember I went back there a few years ago, quite a few years ago now. Like, I was, at the time this story takes place, I was like 15 or something, so like maybe 9 or 10 years ago, and I went to buy something that cost $1, and I had exactly $1, and the lady was like, that'll be like $1, it was like $1.02 or something, because of the sales tax, and I didn't have the 2 cents, so maybe that's partly pennies being stupid, but like, if it costs $1, why is that not the list price, you know?
This new security is no joke.
That, not okay.
Access.
That's not okay.
Gotta find out who's targeting my family. I want
Okay.
that voice behind the phone call.
And I think compared to that, having pennies is benign. Like, it's not really a big deal. Like, if you go and you live there, the fact that pennies exist is not a big deal. Doesn't cause any, noticeable problems. Anyway, time to locate a guard with the access code, and by that I mean I'm just gonna fucking stroll in here, because apparently I don't need that shit. Whatever, we're gonna use the cameras because that's what we're supposed to do. Well, yeah, like, pennies are dumb, but I'm not convinced they're worth getting that upset about. Like, they're dumb in a way that it's like, it's okay. It's dumb, but it's not like... I mean, how often do you fucking use a 5-cent coin for anything? People try and give me that shit. I don't accept 5-cent coins as change from shopkeepers if I could help it, Like, it's... So... I mean, what I'm saying is pennies are no more dumb than that, I don't think. I guess you could argue that pennies are actually 5 times as dumb because they're worth, a fifth as much. Maybe that's the argument you're trying to make here, is that 5-cent coins are retarded and pennies are 5 times stupider. I guess that makes sense. Gotta perform the puzzle. These eventually get a little bit hard. Oh, right, I need to actually click on the thing. These eventually get a little bit trickier. But it's still basically that super old school pipe thing. BioShock used a similar mini game for its hacking. I think I actually preferred BioShock's. What am I watching here? Man, I wish I even had the opportunity to look out my window and see sexy shit. Like, I wake up in the morning and I sleep naked, and I get out of bed, and I want to get dressed, and sometimes I sleep with those blinds open and my windows open because it gets fucking hot in Australia. And I look out the window while I'm naked, and so that's what my neighbors... It's not that I usually... Because you wake up and you're... This sounds really bad. You wake up and you're kind of groggy, right? Because you're hungover, usually. And so it doesn't immediately occur to you. So you just get out of bed. And, my bed's there, the window's there, you do the math. And so I'm looking around for clothes. And sometimes you look out the window and there's, people out there. And so that's what my neighbors get to enjoy, sometimes. And every time I look out the window, I just see the kids. I just see the kids on their way to school while I'm naked. No, let's move on from this discourse. This is not going well for me.
I'm hacked in.
What? You mean CTOS already?
I'm looking at the network as we speak. You got your access, and I've got mine. Profiler system's online. Everybody's nasty little secrets at the click of a button. This thing's highlighting all kinds of stuff in the district. I could take advantage of some of this.
Keep an eye out for online traffic. Could be fixers in the network.
No, I don't want to do the multiplayer thing right now.
I gotta move. I mean, a lot of noise here.
Give me time to track your caller. I'll be in touch.
I actually like the multiplayer feature in this game. They were clearly inspired by Dark Souls, but I don't want to engage in it currently, being that I'm live streaming. I need my bandwidth for that. Anyway, let's get the fuck out of here, since that's now our mission. But there's, like, nobody interested, you know... I don't even know how anyone gets laid ever. Fucking shocking news. 25-year-old man, I'm only 24. 24-year-old man streams video games, lives with parents, doesn't understand how anyone gets laid ever. I know. Because you watch the movies and the TV series or whatever, and man, I should let Jordy talk and then go on my rant. Man, streaming with whiskey's fun.
But here's the thing. I come in this morning, find Maurice trying to dig his way out of the guest room. So I need to move him. Now I could pass this problem on to you, since Maurice is really your problem. But that's not my style. I always finish what I start, and all I'm asking of you...
Alright, fine. I'll handle it.
Well, no, don't let me put you out.
I said I'd handle it. What's the job? Exactly.
It's a delivery job. Gotta move
I wasn't
something.
talking about
How
porn,
many hours is
Lars.
that? Keep in mind my reputation's on the line here. He's paying top dollar for the best driver in Chicago.
Then he's in luck.
So you see these, you watch the, like, I was more talking about, like, teen movies and that kind of shit, where, so you see all this shit where the awkward dude bro walks into a room, and, like, there's, like, the pretty, like, they be lab partners, or, like, maybe it's, like, the girl next door or something. So, all my neighbors are old people, and I'm doing this class at uni right now where I walked into the room and I was like... Well, I didn't notice at first. So I walked into the room and I sat down at the first empty desk. Because that's what you do. You walk in, your first toot, and you look around the room and you go... There is an empty desk there that is not in the first row and is close to where I'm standing right now. So I guess I'll sit there. And that's my whole strat. So I sat down at, like, the first empty desk I saw that seemed accessible, and then I look around and I'm like, holy shit, this unit for some reason is like 70% cute girls. And I know that there's a group project, so that's, you know, promising. Maybe, you know, at the time, like, you know, I was just thinking like, oh, that's cool. But then, like, inevitably, I end up sitting next to, like, just really socially awkward dudes.
The hell, a fixer.
Who are not very good at the uni project, and then my group work is a living hell, instead of potentially, like, I'm not, like, because that's not budding romance. Nobody's fucking trying to get laid with their, well, I mean, I might be, because I'm a creep like that, but in theory, you're not trying to, like, get laid with your group partner for your uni work or whatever. That's not what that's about. But it just doesn't work that way, because, like, I sit down at the first empty desk, and then even when it's a case when the unit is being done by more women than dudes, because I'm doing an arts unit in this case. Holy Jesus, I just murdered that person. I'm sorry, I know that I sound, you know, bitter and desperate, and that's deeply unattractive. That's not actually the situation there. It's mostly just that I'm perplexed at this point. Oh, I'm being invaded. Cool. Cool, I like being invaded.
Shit, he's trying to hack in. Maybe if I trace the signal back, I'll find him before he breaches my phone.
Alright. Oh, okay. That truck over there looked suspicious as fuck. I think it's just a regular truck. Just a regular truck, okay. But yeah, so, like, I'm just confused. Because, like, I grew up on these dumb 80s fucking movies, and what I've learned as an adult, and, you know, those taught me about how relationships work, and what I learned as an adult is that that's all wrong. It's all a lie. Now I just don't know what to believe. Okay, so we gotta... I'm trying to think here what's gonna be an effective strat to find this dude. I mean, what you're looking for here is somebody acting in a way that's actually, like, suspicious. But then again, you gotta think that they're gonna be trying to look not suspicious, right? I mean, a good strat for this when you're attacking is to just hide in the car, because you can't really be seen. So any parked cars are a good bet, but that one's outside the zone. Yeah. Yeah, like, I think this is, like, not real because it's a tutorial.
Where are you?
That's very much the impression that I had. Hey there, you.
You're mine now. Got him. That's one fixer down. Now, how many more are out there?
Well, sure, I'm glad nobody feels like calling the police after that. Man, I go on these weird, like, I drink whiskey, and then I do these Let's Plays, and I go on this weird, hyper-personal tangents, and then everybody leaves the stream.
Fixers are mercenaries. They work
Which is
for a
bizarre to
paycheck.
me, because when I watch streams,
Someone
that's
to
the
shoot
shit
a
I
contract
live
on
for.
me.
I want to see the
That's
live
bad
streamer have a
fucking
mental
news.
breakdown, if at all possible. You know, we haven't gotten to that
remember,
point yet, but
These guys
I think that'd be
communicate through
ideal.
grid.
I mean, I'm not there to see the video game, I'm there to see the fucked up person that actually live streams video games, because in my experience, if you live stream video games, there's something wrong with you. There's a lot of things wrong with me. Let's get a cup of coffee. Not in real life, I don't need caffeine right now, I just need more whiskey possibly. I mean, I bought my bottle of whiskey. For those of you who aren't Australians, a cheap 700ml bottle of whiskey here is $35. I don't know what it's like in Europe, but I know that in America you can get a cheap 700ml equivalent. They don't measure it that way because they're fucking retarded. We've already been through this about the imperial system. But I know in the US you can get one for like a lot less than $35 if you're going cheap, but not here. Like sometimes you'll see one as low as 30 if there's like a sale. So the whiskey's expensive. You want the... Oh, this is chess. I didn't want to play chess. I just want to get a coffee. So you hope it'll last you a while, but then what you realize is you're a massive alcoholic, and I've already drank, like... After I drink this, it's more than half a bottle. Gone tonight. So that's expensive. Like, I took my $50 to the shops, and I was like, this $50, you know... I'll split my 50 and I'll get some dinner and I'll get a little bit of alcohol and I'll have some money left over. Nope. $12, $13 for some decent Thai food and then a $37 bottle of whiskey. I came away with like 30 cents left or something. It's just sad, you know. I just want to get wasted, and I don't want to go bankrupt doing it. Cheap wine is good. We're out of the cheap wine. Like, we buy... Where's my next story mission? We buy these cases of wine, where it averages out to about $3 a bottle. I think it's the same shit you do in Crediho, where you buy stuff from Grays Online. And yeah, you buy cases of wine, and it ends up being about $3 a bottle. So that's a lot more money... conscious than buying whiskey, but the thing is, I just really like drinking bourbon. I just really like bourbon. Since we don't have any missions right now, let's just head back towards our hideout, and if we drive past any side quests or anything on the way, we'll do those. Cause yeah, so the bottle of bourbon I bought tonight cost me $37 and contains 20 standard drinks. The wine is $3 a bottle, and a bottle of wine is about 7 or 8 drinks. I think it's about 8 drinks. So if I drink 2.5 bottles of $3 wine, and yeah, the wine's not even that bad. That's the same as drinking a whole bottle of bourbon. And the cost to me is, let's say it's 3 bottles of wine. The cost to me is $9 if I do it in wine, or $37 if I buy a bottle of bourbon. But the problem is that I like bourbon a lot more than wine. Bourbon's a good drink. That's weird. I thought alcohol would be cheap in Norway because I listen to bands from Norway a fair bit because I'm into metal, so I listen to those like Norwegian black metal bands and stuff like that. And I always assumed those guys were really fucking wasted the whole time, which then made me think that alcohol was cheap there, but maybe it's not. And yeah, I'm sorry that you're having that situation where you get bad teams. Like, I hate that. You're playing a game and you're consistently doing well, but you lose every time. It's always annoying. I'm starting a band. I mean, I've written and recorded a bunch of songs by myself already, but I recently found a bassist. And he's come around twice now to sort of jam and practice and hang out. The second and most recent time was kind of weird, not super good, and I'm not sure. Like, there just wasn't the same sort of positive atmosphere as the first time, you know? So I don't even know if we'll be back a third time, but I can only hope. Because I've been looking for band members for a long time. Long time. This dude actually lives about 15 minutes walk away from me, so it's super convenient as well. And he's a nice guy, you know. He likes Baldur's Gate 2 and drinking beer, so we have at least 2 things in common, which I think is important. You know, you're gonna be in a band with somebody, you want to have some sort of common ground, not just musically, but also personality-wise. Incredible. Why do you know so much about other countries' economic systems? What are you, some kind of guy who studied that shit in university? So I'm going to switch my coat to the Chicago South Club coat because I like it. It's cool. You got this sick fucking thing on your back. It's a little bit dark here. Let me just walk in front of the... Oh, right now it's projecting images on my back and you still can't see it. I don't know, Incrediho. Like, Australia, it's not as fucked up as the US in terms of the wealth gap, is my impression anyway. Oh, I have to access the online contracts app, apparently. Okay. I don't want to do any of this shit, though. Can I just back out, please? I'm not allowed to back out. No, I don't want to do that. Whatever, let's do a race. Holy shit, I have to select this. I don't want to!
Time like the present. Let's see what kind of contract I can pick up.
Alright, cancel.
No contracts.
Good, good.
I'll have to check back later.
Yeah, the mining situation's weird. As I understand it, in the mining towns,
Some kind of driving
like, I know miners are well paid, but as I understand it, in the mining towns, like, a hamburger costs like $40 or something. Like, it's there's just massive inflation within the mining towns, specifically, which is bizarre to me. I mean, I guess it makes sense in one way, because I can imagine it'd be expensive getting stuff out there. This looks like a nice car. Let's steal this. Let's steal this vehicle. Nope. Give me some of that. Yeah. Let's just chill out and listen to some tunes, guys.
Been through so much, baby. You and I. We've seen lots of good days and bad days go by. But whatever lies at the end of this year,
I feel a deep peace listening to this song.
we all know each other until we wake.
Slowly driving my car through Chicago.
Now another cold night in Chicago. We'll be looking out over them big city lights.
Oh. My eyes sort of glazed over there for a minute. I'm a little bit wasted. It's kind of oxymoronic, isn't it?
With your loving arms around me.
I'm really looking forward to the PC version of GTA 5. I'm expecting to do a playthrough of that. So that'll be something to look out for in, I guess the game comes out in April now? That'll be something to look out for. Let's go check out the gun shop. See if we can buy any sick weapons. Former shut-in. I'm a current shut-in. What does that even mean? Like, I just think it's a little bit vague. I know the general gist of what that's about, but... Anti-immigration advocate?
Oh God, I don't have much money.
Fucking racists.
911, state your emergency, please.
Ah, shit, I wanted to buy, not steal. Whatever, since I'm here.
Squad to all units, initiating CTOS scan for
Oh, shit. Go, 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 get out of here, get out of here. Get out of there, Aiden. I've made mistakes. No, 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 no. Fuck!
Suspect located and marked.
I should not have killed that man just for being a racist asshole. And don't go telling me how the anti-immigration thing... Yeah, I may actually do that in Crediho. That'll definitely be something I'll look into trying. Really looking forward to Bloodborne coming out as well. That's very soon, isn't it? That's in like a few days, actually, isn't it? I'm really looking forward to Bloodborne, and that's very soon. Yeah, I'll definitely look into doing a PS4 stream, but I'm not sure exactly. I haven't looked into it yet, but I'll see if I can do it. Whoops. Should have neutralized those guys when I had the chance. We're gonna gracefully not return to the bizarrely political topic for a video game stream I was going to rant about before. Get out of my way! Oh, I think I may have run over that dude's foot, but I didn't hit him like full in the body. He'll be okay. Ah! What exploded? Why did it explode? Sorry, buddy. Ah, sorry, buddy. Oop, don't run over his head. He's still okay. I shunted him, but he's not dead. I think my driving skills have deprecated considering the amount of bourbon I've drunk. But yeah, I'll definitely try out the streaming from the PS4 thing for Bloodborne. And if it works well, then I'll do it, because I think that'd be... I'm a veteran of the Souls series. I've played every game in the Souls franchise. I didn't actually finish... Well, you know, to be honest, I didn't actually finish Dark Souls 1 or 2. I played both of them quite a lot. The only one I actually beat was Demon's Souls. It's kind of weird, like... Because they're really engaging games. I just tend to get distracted with other stuff because they're long. I got quite far in Dark Souls and Dark Souls 2. Both games, I would say I played at least 75-80%. I just never kind of went the full distance. Demon Souls I did finish. Which, I don't know, I guess Demon Souls is the one that people have actually played the least. I know a lot of people who started with Dark Souls 1, and relatively few people who actually played Demon Souls, and I think that's because Demon Souls had a very limited release outside of Japan. I mean, it was eventually released in territories, like it was exclusive to Japanese territories for a long time, and then eventually they released European, there was eventually a European release of the game, but it wasn't that many copies that were printed. I've got one. I mean, it was enough that they're not, like, inflated in price or anything like that, but a lot of people didn't play it, I guess. So I finished Demon Souls. And I mean, Demon Souls is in a lot of ways still my favorite of the, between Dark Souls 2, and Demon Souls. I think Demon Souls is still in a lot of ways my favorite. People say that the first Souls game you play ends up being your favorite, so maybe there's some truth to that. I think Dark Souls 2 has the tightest mechanics in a lot of ways, but the sloppier mechanics of Demon Souls have some charm in the same way that the sloppy mechanics of old survival horror games have some charm. And I think that's actually a bad argument if you're looking at games critically. You shouldn't be doing that, because being all like, it's good because it's bad, it's not... I don't know, I just don't think it's a good way to critically analyze games. But from a perspective of which one you like the most, it's okay to do that. I really need to stop this YouTube part, and I think I'm gonna... Jesus Christ. I think I'm gonna play some Rocksmith. I'm quite drunk. And I kind of want to play guitar for a little while. We're gonna have to use our backup Gitbox, but that's okay. The Rocksmith will not be on YouTube, so if you want to see me playing guitars while wasted and talking about music and stuff like that, you'll have no choice but to tune in live. But I'm just gonna stop here. There's no point driving over to where the mission is, since I'm not gonna do it right now.